Hey, hello, this is Leonie, after the fact. First up I want to plug Scott Bartlett, my work art buddy. That's his name. He's a game artist, vector artist, designer, 3D art, and working on animation as well. His Twitter handle is ChronoBreak, as you can see on the screen. So if you're looking for a actual vector artist, go to his Twitter. There's probably his there's probably a lot of art you can see from his feed. So go there, follow him. He's amazing and kind, and tolerates my quietness and workaholicness. So yeah, there's my arrow that I drew. That's his tag, ChronoBreak. And in this video, this is just gonna be me fumbling with vector art. I don't know what I'm doing. Yep, that's him, vector artist. You can tell that this is not matching what I'm saying right now. This is a professional video. But I'm just learning, and this is also kudos to him because he's kind of like, hey, you can learn this. I'm like, okay, I'm not confident, but I'm gonna do my best at this vector art thing, even though I'm not that confident right now because I don't have the practice behind it. So yes, followed this artist, Scott, and that is the end of my plug. Goodbye. So what I'm going to do is this character. This is a vector art thing I did previously, and it's not an official Mighty Games mascot character, but it was a challenge. So she's called Mighty Gurl for now. Call it a fan character, if you will. And I'm gonna try to do this, and for me, when I do art, I like to be messy and just go into it, but whereas when you're doing vector art, you do careful points and Bezier curves and whatnot. But hey, don't get me wrong, vector art is amazing. Logically, I know that it's wonderful, it's scalable, flexible, you can change things afterwards. It's a lot with playing with shapes, and I think the last time I did vector art, it was when, I don't know when, maybe when I was in high school and I was struggling with it. I kind of lacked the patience, basically, if I were to be blunt about myself. And I did do vector art when I did my animated graduate film way back, but I don't want to talk about that because I've personally moved on from that and I'm kind of tired of it. But I digress. If you like the time-lapse video you're going to see upcoming, it took me about 11 to 12-ish hours to do. And yeah, that's how long it took me. I'm a newbie, so yeah, it probably takes a pro a couple of hours or so. I don't know. I'm just estimating. But for me, it's gonna take me ages. So the time-lapse ahead kind of got sped up 2,000 times faster than real time. So yeah, I'm gonna do this character. As you can see, I'm moving my arrow. Very exciting. And what I'm going to do is a bunch of sticker versions of her, like Facebook stickers, kind of like emojis kind of thing. That's what I'm going to do. Kind of. I just want to cut out the majority of the part where someone is complaining in Cantonese about toiletries. That's the gist, okay? You don't need to know anything more about that. It's just someone complaining about toiletries and swearing a lot and being very insulting. But anywho, what am I doing? And currently this is this is what I did last year, and I just roughly did it using the brush tool and struggled to fill things in. Didn't really work out. I was like, the shapes aren't consistent, I'm not that proud of this, and I'm like, so this is what I did last year, and I kind of want to redo it now. And let me zoom out. So this is my sketch that I took a photo of, and I'm going to go over it properly. So I've kind of started, and I thought about maybe I should record what I'm doing, because in my experience and maybe my very bad sense of looking for places to learn vector art, it's not that great. There's not much. There's a lot of techniques being thrown out there, but then there's not much in regards to a process, and it's really frustrating. So this is a lot of just me figuring things out, and I don't know what I'm doing. So feel free to ask me questions if you want. Tweet at me, especially if you want me to keep going with this. I don't know if I should, especially with all that swearing in the background. Ignore that. That's what I have to deal with. And what am I doing? And this is going to be a time lapse, and sometimes I'm gonna talk and sometimes I'm not gonna talk, and I'm just gonna let fast forward, because when you're doing vector art, or in art in general, you get into the zone, you ignore everything else, and you just focus on finishing what you're doing. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below or on the Twitters. And yeah, I'm just learning. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is a time lapse of me doing this. Phew.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I'll be right beside you. I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go.
has given the best that he has.
I'll be right beside you.
So, now that we've reached sort of to the end, what I didn't record at the end is the part where I added gradients to shapes, because this video is getting quite tedious and boring. I don't know if I should make another one of these. If I am gonna do another one, I'll probably won't be talking anymore, because I think it's going to be straightforward, because it's a time-lapse video after all. I'm just making shapes with the pen tool. duplicating, making shapes and using the Pathfinder and all of that stuff. But what I've learned is the power of editing out terrible things like boring dead air, what they call dead air, where nothing's happening, or when someone is swearing in the background, or when things are pretty straightforward. You just have to do your time lapse and fast forward it, because this took me ages. And I think so. In that light, what I did learn is that it's okay to be really slow, especially when you're learning. Allow yourself to be trash. You're just going to be trash at it. You're going to be terrible because you don't know what you're doing. You're just learning, right? So don't be too hard on myself, which I'm kind of, sort of. Okay, sometimes. Okay, I'll be more. And be more forgiving ourselves if you make mistakes. Even though you feel like you don't want to show anything you've done, trust me, there's some things I don't want to show anyone. I'm just like, nope, not working, goodbye. You're not working at all, goodbye. So with vector art, I don't know what I'm doing with it, because there's one, like there's two spectrums right here. There's like me trying to figure out how simplified I should go versus how complicated I should go. And then I also need to practice Scott Bartlett's art style for Charming Keep eventually, because I'm learning. I want to help out. So yeah. Let's think about it. I might do more time-lapse videos, but probably just music maybe. I won't talk. Or will I? I don't know. It won't be Leonie talks anymore, will it? Well, I hope you liked what you watched, if you actually watched this far. I don't know how, but thank you so much for your company. This is just me learning, being terrible at it, and realizing that there's still a lot more to learn, and that's okay. Because there's so much things to learn, and you can't learn it all at once. It's like, no, I want to know so many things, but I don't. And I guess that's what keep people going, because people enjoy the thrill of learning. And yes, I overcame this challenge. I've never thought I'd actually do this. For example, I don't think I could do this, and now here I am. I've done a whole page of faces of silliness. So yeah, that's a little celebration of progress, I guess. Yay! So I'm going to head off now and make a GIF out of this. GIF? Don't say the word GIF wrong. Or I shall be shamed for eternity, as I have been, I don't know, a while back. I've been shamed. Yes, it was shameful. I'm gonna go back, head off, and then practice more vector art. So maybe you'll see more videos from me. I don't know. I'll see how the feedback from this video goes. Probably I'll get nothing, because that's the pattern so far, where I just get little to no feedback at all. Maybe there's a like or two. Maybe there's a handful of views, maybe. But yeah, I'm not expecting much. This is just maybe a documentation on how long it takes me, and then maybe I'll improve from 11, 12-ish hours of trying to do vector art for I don't know, a page of vector art or something. I don't know. Maybe one of you can tell me, hey, how long should it take? Like, if you see this page of heads, how long should it take? I don't know, because I'm feeling like if I were a pro with several years of experience, I would have finished this by a couple of hours or so. But I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm going to head off now. Goodbye, and thank you for coming.